Thank you, everybody. We're going to open by doing the official groundbreaking.
Hello, everyone. I'm Governor Kathy Hochul, and I'm envious of all of you wearing your nice warm jackets today. I want to acknowledge our FFA officers, Jack, Taylor, Anna, Andrew, Noah, and Melissa, who when I saw a lot of them in Albany not that long ago at our Taste of New York event, they told me about this 100th anniversary celebration, and I said, I'll do anything I can to be there. So I said to my team, make sure I'm in Syracuse on this day. So thank you all for the invitation. I love this organization. You've met with me for many years. I've been lieutenant governor, elected official as governor for over a decade now. And I've tried to come to all your conferences. You've met me in Albany. And what I'm always struck by is that people say, this is about future leaders. I disagree with that. You're already leaders today. You've already set yourselves apart. And when you come to Albany and you're lobbying, you're meeting elected officials, you're making a difference. People are listening to you because they know you have a great story to tell. You're part of a powerful organization. And I know we set a goal that we'd have over 100 chapters in New York by the 100th anniversary. I think we're at 104. Did we get to 104? There we go. 224. Wait, I'm wrong. 224? 224. We've got another 100, right? Okay, I just get my facts straight. Okay. But 13,000 members across the state. This is a powerful organization. And I'm so impressed. And I know that if I had had this when I was in high school, I would have been a member. I was a member of my 4-H, which was a great organization. I grew up very close to farm country, 4-Hers here as well. And I remember they taught us all kinds of skills. I used to compete at the Erie County Fair, which is very exciting. Anybody from Western New York? You know, the Erie County Fair? And when I was about 10 or 11 years old, they said we had to learn how to do demonstrations, public speaking. So here I am as governor of New York. My very first time giving a public speech was as a member of this organization, 4-H, at the Erie County Fair. I was terrified, but we had to demonstrate how to make something that was healthy, some food that was healthy. I made banana orange frosted, which was a smoothie. I think I was way ahead of my time because everybody likes smoothies now, and I still know the recipe. Isn't that crazy? But just as a child, pushing my comfort zone, doing something that I otherwise would never have done that my classmates were not doing. That's what this organization is about. You're doing things that others could do, but they've decided not to. And I know you all work hard to bring in more of your classmates because you know the training for leadership skills and advocacy and giving speeches. These are skills that are going to be with you for the rest of your lives. That's why I cherish this organization. And I'm really proud of your growth. We have chapters all the way from Queens in New York City, which is our largest chapter, all the way up to the North Country. And I think that's amazing. So I'm just here to congratulate all of you and FFA for 100 years of success. I want you to continue on the path you're on. I see future leaders here, but also, as I said, we have today's leaders as well. So give yourselves a round of applause. I'll see you at the county fairs. We'll see you again real soon. And I also want to recognize our Commissioner of Agriculture, who loves this organization as much as I do, our Commissioner, Richard Ball. Let's give And Commissioner Jeanette Moy, Office of General Services, who oversees all of our properties, including this one, our incredible state fair, which we're so proud of as we announce the groundbreaking for your own home here at Syracuse. So proud of that work as well. And also, we're fortunate to have the Dean of the Cornell College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Anybody want to go to Cornell someday? Ben Holton is here as well. And I know there's many generations of farmers, so talk to Ben. So I have something to present the leadership team. I have a nice proclamation for you. Come on up. Now see how really long this is? Anybody want me to read every word? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those who say no, no. Okay, the noes have it. But this is to commemorate an extraordinary 100 years of service to the New York FFA. I'm so proud of this organization, the many chapters and advancing the future of New York's agriculture industry as you pursue careers in the health of crops and animals and people and engineers and all the other jobs you're going to have. My friends, this is a credential that is going to guarantee your future success when you go to colleges and you look for employment. This credential matters, and you stepped up and seized it. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much. Guys.
Let's say thank you once again to our governor. Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Julie Lefebvre, Director of the New York State Fair. Thank you so much, Governor, and thank you everybody for attending this today. I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary last week on Thursday working at the Great New York State Fair. And my enthusiasm and passion, thank you. My enthusiasm and passion for this job has continued to grow, and it's days like this that is the reason why. It's an honor to be a part of this place that brings our community together during the fair and all year to celebrate the very best of New York State, which I think we have all in this beef barn right now. We know from talking to fairgoers that agriculture is a huge part of why people come to the fair each year. They're excited to interact with animals, check out the butter sculpture, get that perfectly chilled cup of 25-cent milk, and learn more about this industry that's such a huge part of the tradition and history of our state. As you know, with our governor's direction, we've been working hard to bring back the fair to its agricultural roots, as you can see behind me literally right now. We've launched a lot of new projects to help with that goal, like the Voice of the Farmer's Garden, the first in the country, by the way, that helps folks learn about how their food is grown right here in New York State. We've also recently renovated the Goat Pavilion. And this year, fairgoers can look forward to seeing a new sheep and wool center and the new horse barns, which you can see going up right now. And of course, the reason we're here today, the new FFA building that we're here to celebrate. FFA is a powerful program that helps our young people learn more about the industry. Here at the fair, these students showcase their projects, participate in competitions, and teach tens of thousands of fairgoers what New York Ag is all about. I'm excited that this new state-of-the-art building will give them the tools to make their annual fair programming bigger and better to all. To bring this project to fruition, we couldn't do it without our partners at the Office of General Services for their work on the project, and of course the governor, of course, for her leadership and vision. So with that, I would like to turn it over to Commissioner Moy of the Office of General Services.
Thank you very much, Julie. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeanette Moy, and I'm the Commissioner for the Office of General Services. I want to start off with saying Welcome to everyone here from FFA. I know we've got some folks that are coming in from other states. Thank you so much for seeing how we do in New York. I know there are kids who are coming from across the state. I want to give a specific shout out to those from Queens. I think John Bowen High School is somewhere out here. Is that right? I'm from Queens, so I just want to give a quick shout out. I just want to start off by saying it's great to be here at the great New York State Fair. Commissioner Richard Ball is an incredible advocate for FFA. He knows the importance of this work and of these fairgrounds and uplifting agriculture within our state. And his advocacy, along with Governor Hochul's, has made so many wonderful things possible. I want to acknowledge Julie Lefebvre, Senator Ryan, Assemblymember Magnarelli, Assemblymember Hunter, Vice President of the FFA organization, Taylor Barraclaw, and the Dean, Benjamin Holton from Cornell University. Now, this is an incredibly special occasion for all of us here in New York and for all of you with the 100th annual convention. We are also marking the groundbreaking of this new building, which will happen right behind us here at the fairgrounds. And it's going to allow for all of you students to have an incredible space to collaborate, to learn, to teach, and to inspire others to follow in your footsteps. It's a place where you can showcase all of your great talents and allow for you to engage with over 1 million event goers a year at the fairgrounds. Now, it'll be just over a year from today, right at the 2026 fair, where you can imagine all of us together, enjoying a beef sundae that we've picked up from the dairy barn, and we can walk around that new 4,000 square foot building. The new space, again, will have great workspaces, conference rooms, and so much more for educational purposes. And not to mention a lot of the work that has been happening here at the fairgrounds, thanks to Commissioner Ball's great advocacy, whether it's the new sheep and horse barns or the work that we're doing across the state. This also builds upon the work that OGS, my agency, has done right here at the fairgrounds. That includes the Expo Center and the front gate. These key projects support the state's plans to enhance the fair's experience and the use of the fairgrounds through new buildings, new exhibits, and improvements to the grounds that will improve this for generations to come. OGS is New York State's architect, and under Governor Kathy Hochul's leadership, we have the honor of working with our state agency partners to build, maintain, and preserve their infrastructure. Agriculture is a major driver for our communities and for our local economies here in New York. Fresh, nutritious foods to markets, to the state, across the nation. It creates good paying jobs in farming, production, and in manufacturing. OGS is so glad to be working, and I'm personally so glad to be working with Governor Hochul, the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets, FFA, and Cornell University's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences to create a purpose-built space that will be a hub for future generations of New York's farmers and everyone working in the many sectors of the agricultural industry. Now, our next speaker today is a member of the Schuylerville FFA chapter and went through their equine science entrepreneurship program. Now she is a vice president of New York's FFA organization. Please join me in welcoming Taylor Barraclaw to share in her remarks.
Good afternoon. This past summer, my team and I spent a lot of time here at the State Fair. Somewhere over there, actually. Most of the time, we worked with khakis and polos and not full official dress, but we participated in events, ate breakfast with agricultural leaders, and supported FFA members as they competed and handed out hundreds of ribbons over 13 days in August and September. The last weekend of the fair, we braved some late weather rainstorms and spent our day beneath the FFA tent planning what the rest of our year would look like. It was an early morning, technically before the fair opened, and we listened to the roar of the rain on the canvas roof as we ran from building to reach our humble abode, the FFA tent. After seeking our much-needed shelter, we saw that the seam of the tent had finally given way, and rain started running down inside of the walls instead of outside of it. All this to say, when it rains, it pours. My team and I have had so much fondness and appreciation for what the State Fair represents to FFA. It's a place to celebrate agriculture, youth, unity, and pride in the things that we love. And while it might sound like we're grateful for the fact that we're breaking ground on a whole new building that will replace the tent, that's not what I mean by when I say that it rains, it pours. One thing I've had an opportunity to see all year long is from the spot in this blue jacket is that New York State, it is raining good down on FFA. And this groundbreaking feels like pouring something great on top. This year, we've seen support from the state show up to help us have our convention here. Thank you, Commissioner Ball, and to everyone who's been involved from this. I know that my team that follows ours will put this building to good use, and that these FFA members will have amazing moments in this new building for years to come. We know that it will continue to rain and it will continue to pour, and this time we'll have a roof. So please help me welcome our next guest, Commissioner Ball.
Thank you so much, Taylor. What a great place to be. What a great day to be here. I have to say, it is so great to have the governor come witness this and be with you for a little bit. Julie Lefebvre, our director of the State Fair, doing a heck of a job. Let's give her a round of applause. My colleague in state government, the commissioner from OGS, Jeanette Moy, thank you. Let's thank her again, please. There's a lot of people here today, and also with us is the Dean of the College of Ag and Life Sciences at Cornell University, Ben Holton, Associate Dean Julie Suarez, and I gotta say, there's so many distinguished FFA former officers, national officers, star farmers that are in the crowd today, so if you get a chance, look for them. I see Travis Park over here, who's national chair of the FFA board nationally, and oh my gosh, and Liam Brody, a national officer, people who started right here in New York State in FFA and went on to achieve great things. Pretty exciting stuff. And of course, Taylor, who just did a great job. These state officers, I get to spend a lot of time with, and it really makes me very happy. So a lot of future leaders out in the crowd here today. This was the beginning at this state fairgrounds of FFA in New York State 100 years ago. 100 years ago, this is a special group, and that was a very special place and a very special thing that happened. I think about that. Think about how many young people got involved 100 years ago and went on to become farmers, went on to become leaders in New York State and nationally. Just think about how many people got to do what you are doing today and where they are now. And the governor mentioned this, but we set a goal a few years ago of doubling the number of agricultural teachers in New York State and adding 100 new charters to New York State FFA. We did that because we knew that if agriculture was going to remain a viable way for people to make a living in New York State, we needed more young people who could think with their head and their hands at the same time. And that's all of you. I think about where I was, 7 years old, milking cows with my grandfather, and getting excited and thinking that when I grew up, I wanted to be a farmer. It took me a few years to realize that what I was thinking was that when I grew up, I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be like the kind of people they were in their community, in their society, and in their state. So, 100 years, 100 chapters, and what a great opportunity. I've got some help right here. That's just a great thing. So there have been some young people standing here with signs very patiently. But one thing we're going to do is as we get ready to put this building up, we're going to bury a time capsule. We're going to bury a time capsule in this building. And the things that they're holding up are the things that are going to be buried in that time capsule. But I'm going to challenge all our chapters around the state to come up with some ideas about what else needs to go into this time capsule, not to be opened until another 100 years has gone by. So we got a big thing going with 100. We got the 100th anniversary. We've got 100 new chapters. We're going to bury a time capsule for the next 100 years. And it kind of symbolizes the importance of FFA, the legacy of FFA, the significance of agriculture in New York State, and the commitment by New York State to agriculture to make sure that agriculture remains something that's important to New York State and to our people. And with that, thank you so much for being here. Come up and take a look at what's written on these. These are examples of what's going to be buried there, articles about 1925, 1929. And then let's head back to session, get in our seats, and get ready for the next session. So thank you so much, everyone.
Can I introduce you to Victoria and Isabella? They are friends of Rory.